Okay, this is week 2, lesson 2 at Stony Brook grades 3, 4, and 5. And this is the week that we have to do some administrative activities so that we're situated for the year. So the first thing that I would do is assign seats, and I have to set up the chairs here and give you a seating chart so you can take your rosters and do that. And I would do them in pencil just in case you need to change a student here or there, or somebody moves or comes in, whatever. All right, and then after they get their seating assignments, we have to go over the procedures for fire drills, lockdowns, show them where the red folder is, and all that, and then walk them through the individual fire drills and document it, and then when you're all done with your classes, turn them into the office. So we get that done this week. So seating, fire drills, lockdowns, red folder. All right, after that, then we can come back into the classroom and we'll do a little game. This is an introduction game called Jump In, Jump Out. And I like to use a drum with it, like a djembe or a conga or something like that. You could even use a bongo, a short one. So you're going to have the class stand. It could be a circle, which would probably be the best bet. And we're gonna go and do this activity in either groups of 3 or 4. I would say 4, but you might have a leftover of 3, like a remainder of 3. Let me show you what it looks like. So everybody's standing in a circle, okay, facing each other. I used to have the carpet here, but now that's not here anymore at Stony Brook. So you could do a circle with tape, or you could just have them make a circle, and they should be able to do that. All right, so you're standing, and the words go like this. Jump in, jump out, turn yourself around. Jump in, jump out, introduce yourself, okay? Now, you can, like I said, take a drum and kind of do a rhythm and have them say those words after they get it, after you teach it. So let's assume that they know it now. You could do something like this. Jump in, jump out, turn yourself around. Jump in, jump out, introduce yourself, okay? So that way they have to fit in their words into your rhythm. You could also just do a steady beat. Keep it simple. Jump in, jump out, turn yourself around. Jump in, jump out, introduce yourself, okay? Now, here comes the tricky part. This is the individual student speaking. So you're going to designate a starting spot. So let's say you start with Susie. Susie can take a step up or not. You could just keep them in the circle. Everybody's patting the beat, and you go, my name is Susie. I like pizza. And then it goes to the next person, right in a row. My name is Ichabod. I like ice cream. Then you go to the third person. My name is Mark, and I like meatballs. It doesn't have to be the same letter, but I'm just doing the alliteration. And then the fourth person, my name's Amelia. I like apples. Okay? I mean, if you want to do the alliteration, you can. So, they would pick a food or a color or whatever, the same letter as their name. But you don't have to. It's up to you. All right, so you have 4 people going in a row. Everybody's patting the beat when they're speaking. I wouldn't go too fast, so maybe we'll slow down the tempo just a little bit. So now those 4 people went, pat, 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 pat. Jump in, jump out, turn yourself around. Jump in, jump out, introduce yourself. Next 4. My name is Chris. I like key lime pie. That starts with a K. But you know what? That's the other thing. Some students are going to try to fit too many words into it, and so they're not going to be able to fall into that rhythm. So tell them to pick either a 1 or 2 syllable word. So like, my name is Chris. I like chips. My name is Brian. I like bananas. My name is Andre. I like apples. My name is Alan. I like Dunkin' Donuts. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you like. All right, so that's what you're gonna do. And then if you really, like I said, want to get creative, you can just, maybe for the 5th graders who are more advanced, give them that rhythm. Bump. My name is Al. I like alligators. My name is Donna. I like dogs. My name is Pete. I like parrots. And that's another thing you could do too, is you could designate a category. So if you want them to just pick colors, you could do colors. If you want them to do animals, you could do animals, foods, okay? But they have to keep it to a reasonable amount of syllables, because you're not going to be able to fit in. I like chocolate ice cream with whipped cream, and some students will try to do that. So you can limit it, I would say 2 or 3 syllables, or 1, 2 or 3 syllables. Okay, so that's called jump in, jump out. And then when they're done with that, you can have them sit in their newly assigned seats. And because it's a administrative day where we're doing a lot of, I'm gonna pick this up, where we're doing a lot of, fire drill stuff and all that, the next thing that I would do is you can play a little game called Melodic Rhythm, all right? And you can do this with all 3 levels. And 5th grade, you can make it a little bit harder. So what you're going to do is, I'll send you a list, but you can make a list of songs. It could be popular songs. It could be, little kid songs. It could be Christmas or holiday music or whatever. So you make the list, or it could be all mixed. And then you're going to take the part of the song, I guess it's most familiar, the hook, the chorus, or maybe the beginning, and you're going to play the melodic rhythm. So you're not singing it, you're going to play the rhythm. So for example, let's go back over here. I'm going to put this down for just a second. There we go. Okay, so let's say on the list I have Mary Had a Little Lamb, okay? And let's say I had Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and let's just use those 2. So the teacher goes, okay, raise your hand if you could tell me what song this is. Ready? And you'll probably get somebody raising his or her hand saying, oh, I know that's Old MacDonald. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Very good, okay? For 5th graders, you could, on a little card, give it to a student who wants to do it and say, here, clap this rhythm, and they have to try to guess what it is. And again, give them a list, because if you don't give them the list, it's ambiguous. They won't know where it's coming from. So at least they'll have something to look at, and they'll be able to, sing the song in their heads and match up that rhythm to the rhythm that they're hearing. Okay, so this is kind of like an ear training thing. Let's do one more. All right, so because you're a teacher, I'm going to give you a melodic rhythm that I did not put on the list. All right, but I will give you a hint. It is a Christmas song. Okay, so here is the rhythm. Okay, and you probably got that already, but if not, that's okay. But it's Deck the Hall, right? Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Okay? And so I think those 2 activities, the jump in, jump out, and the melodic rhythm activity, will probably take you to the end of the lesson, given that you have to go over the fire drills and the lockdown and the seat assignments, okay? If you need something else, you can always go back to last week and do, I don't know if you got to this last week, you could do 4 corners where they have to sing, you put the cones out, they have to go around the cones, go to the nearest corner. That's always something that you could revert to. Okay, so that it's going to be an easy week 2. All right, enjoy.